Hi, boys and ghouls. So I figured today we're going to do something kind of fun. We're going to do a traditional video with a bit of a twist on it. I am going to do the how I did my makeup in high school challenge, and then we're going to put a little twist on it. So this is actually going to be two different videos, just for time constraints. My phone will only record for so long, and I think if I try to do both things, it's gonna be a little longer than it should. I'm gonna pull these guys out. I think it'd be easier if I take my eyebrow rings out. So, of course, I don't have any of the products I still had then. And this is really not high school because I did my makeup in high school, but I didn't do it much. So this is more like just after high school. So we're going to start today, no primer, no nothing. We're going to start with the MAC Face and Body because this is the closest thing I have to those old, like I used to use I believe it was a CoverGirl foundation, and I always just bought the palest shade. And you guys are going to see why, because this is going to show you a bit of my aesthetic. And it's still my aesthetic to this day, but I just use a more updated version. Okay, so back then we didn't actually use makeup sponges. We had two different ways we would apply our foundation. So either we used one of these little guys. This guy's a little flat. It was like a makeup wedge. I still have a bunch of these around. So either we would put it on like this, or we would just go in with our fingers, which is what I'm probably going to do today. I'm going to blend with my fingers. So I'm going to tap this on, and if you notice, I'm only putting it on half my face because the plan is to do an updated version of this kind of look. I thought that would be kind of a fun way, kind of a fun take on this. And then we're going to go in with our fingers and just rub that all over. There wasn't much blending going on at this point in my life. It was just put the makeup on and go. Unfortunately, this is not as full coverage as those were back then, but that's okay because we have a powder we're going to use as well. And this powder is old. All right, so this is a liquidy foundation, so I'm going to let that set for just a second. I want to know, what kind of clique did you guys fit into when you were in high school? Were you the preppy kid? Were you the band kid? Were you the nerd? You guys are obviously going to see what subculture I fit in with best. Just trying to make sure I've got that all dry before I lay the powder down. Are all rubbed in nicely. It feels kind of weird to apply foundation with my hand because I'm so used to doing it now with the Beauty Blender. Oh my gosh, this is going to be a mess. And then with primer underneath, of course. Okay, so now we're going to set the face, but the goal wasn't really to set the face, okay? The goal for me personally was to make myself as pale as possible, which is pretty funny from a pale girl. I'm going in with this powder. I want to say it's from Hot Topic. You guys are going to see this thing is like hard pan and it's in rough shape. But what this is just a white pressed powder. I'm almost scared to use this because I've had it for so long. I used to use this when I did special effects makeup, but now I really just use baby powder. So we're trying to only do around half of our face. And I am tapping this on because I want it as light as possible. And you see I'm not using a fancy puff of any sort. I'm still using that same type of cosmetic cheap sponge. Really hoping I don't have issues from using this guy, because I think this guy is going in the trash when I finish with it. There are lighter pressed powders on the market now. Back then, this one is one from Hot Topic that I got later on, But back then we used a brand called Bloody Mary, and actually you can still buy Bloody Mary stuff today, so I should probably look into getting some of the Bloody Mary I can't talk today. Pressed powders, because they were actually pretty good and they were super budget friendly and super budget friendly, and they worked really well. Now they're seen more as like an affordable stage makeup brand, I believe. Trying to make sure I get that powder on there nicely. Just trying to make sure we're nice and white, you guys. This is horrible. It's so patchy. I'm just putting a little bit of that down on my eye. Now, we didn't really have, that's our base. That's all we're really working with. Now, we didn't really have, let me throw this in a ponytail since I'm using so much white. We didn't really have, like bronzers or blushes or anything of that nature. And we didn't feel the need to use a whole lot of much of anything. That was a little redundant, wasn't it? Unfortunately, like I said, I don't have a lot of the products or similar products to what I had back then. I really wish, oh, I do have one. Hold on. I have here, give me a second, guys. I'm trying to find, I have these little applicators, and I kind of used them the other day as a joke and found they didn't work so bad for what I was using them for. I'm trying to make sure I find one without, yeah, there we go. And then I am looking for my purple eyeshadow. This is a very specific purple eyeshadow that I used for a very specific reason, and this is what probably the only product I had close to when I was in high school, or when I was doing this kind of makeup anyway, if I still have it. Seriously, I'm pulling out like the train case, which I never use, but I am going for this guy because we're going to do our eyes. And that is very similar to what we used on our eyes then. So I'm going to go in. This is the MAC Neighbor Shadow. You guys see me use this a lot. It's a MAC black shadow. And I'm going to use this guy. I can't believe I'm doing this. And doing it on camera, no less. So we are just going to put on a crap ton of black shadow. Can you guys tell what subculture I was yet? Or still am. I'm very, very proud of my subculture. I like being who I am. And I'm still very much a goth kid. I want to know what you were. Were you a goth kid? Were you alternative? Were you a little skate kid? I'm just kind of curious what kind of subculture you fit into. Oh my gosh, this looks terrible. I'm not allowed to use a brush, you guys, so I just have to make it look as decent as I can without a regular brush. I don't know how I used to do this, so I'm trying to make it work. It's not like I've used any of these techniques since then. Look how patchy that is. And this is a good shadow. I like it. But trying to apply it with this type of brush is not very beneficial to me right now. I wish I had. Maybe I do. I'm trying to drag this just... Oop. Yeah, I just got a whole bunch of shadow on my cheek. It's okay. I guess back then I didn't really give a fuck. I'd just do something with it. Ooh, yeah. Sorry about the language. I'm just being me. Okay, trying to drag this under my eye. That is so messy and ridiculous. But it is what it is. And I shouldn't have taken that so far, but it's kind of hard to get control with this guy. I think I did have a few little brushes then, but not many. So, this eyeshadow I have had for so long. There's a reason I still have it. It's something that I use when I do effects. And it's the perfect color of a bruise, I always say. But we're going to try to use this on our cheeks as a contour shade. And I don't remember how I did this, so bear with me. I'm just kind of trying to lay it down, and then I will go ahead and attempt to blend it out as best as I can. Let me try to get all the bronzer off my little brush here. I really should be using a, wait, I'm going to go a little more traditional with this, and we're going to use just an angled blush brush. And try, somewhat unsuccessfully, to blend that out a little bit. This isn't going to be an exact, just because I don't think I could even attempt to recreate that at this point. I've done recreations similar to it. However, they've been more using traditional brushes and not trying to go with exactly what I used. Oh my god. That looks awful, you guys. And then I'm going to use this because I don't have another spongy applicator. I would take that same purple and go along the edges. I'm going to try to use the sponge applicator. It's coated in black, but hey, I really don't remember using anything more than just one little applicator. So we're going to try to make it work. My whole plan for this is I'm going to get this mess of my side of my face done. And then we're going to try to go in and do like an updated version of this. I feel like I used to use possibly a blush brush to do under my eyes, but I could be wrong. And the crazy thing is, I could probably still do something similar to this, and we're going to struggle a lot with the next part, which is going to be liner. Now, we didn't really have red eyeliner, so I am going to have to use a lip pencil. Oh, that's the black one. Hold on, I'm trying to find my red lip pencil. I should have done this stuff ahead of time, because this video, I actually did have the concept planned. So we're going to use a red lip pencil, which I did not sharpen, in order to do our waterline. I don't know how safe this was, but we used to do it all the time and never bothered me any. And we're going to like really go in with that red pencil. Oh. Just in our waterline. You can tell this is a lip pencil. Now let me tell you, if I would have had this lip pencil then, I wouldn't have minded quite as much, because this actually works better than what I used to use. Oh no, I just did a declutter, and I shouldn't have. I should have held on to my, I had like a CoverGirl liner that I totally should have held on to. It would have made things so much easier and so much funnier. Here, let's use this one. This is the Rimmel Scandalize eyeliner. And then we're going to go in with this guy on the lid. This is a black Sephora crayon. And I'm going to use this just to get a heavy black line. And then one thing we did do as far as highlighting, we would take a white pencil, and I may have too much black on for this to really show, and we'd use that white pencil just right here in the inner corner. This is a really waxy white pencil, fair warning. I feel so ridiculous right now, but that's okay. So we use that white pencil, and then I'm taking just a regular black pencil and drawing along that to kind of meet that up in my inner corner and bring it up into my black. And then taking that underneath the waterline in the red. Oh, this is so hard to do. And yet, I did stuff like this every single bloody day. Using these products. Using these style products, I should say. And we're almost done with the then portion of this. I wish I had a mascara from then, because honestly I used like the CoverGirl Great Lash Mascara usually. This is actually really fun, but I'm like looking at myself going, oh my god, if anybody watches just this particular video, they're gonna be like, what is this chick doing on YouTube? Why is she trying to do this? Oh my gosh. So don't watch just this video. I promise I can do makeup a little better than this. Okay, and when I was in high school, we didn't do just regular liner. So I'm going to come out with my pencil and I'm going to make a wing. This is so hard. And then from that wing, I'm going to actually branch off and make some smaller ones. Oh, wow. Well, I shouldn't say smaller. Just some more. Oh my god. And then I'd bring it out right here in the center. I can't even do this anymore. That's the funniest part about it, is it's not working to try to do. And yeah, this is definitely going to be cut into 2 videos because there's no way I can do the update. And then I would actually, I had even thinner brows back then than I do now. That looks so bad. Oh my god, I'm dying. Obviously, this isn't an exact recreation because I don't remember how I wore my makeup back then, but I'm trying to get as close as I can possible. Oh my gosh. I wish I had the mascara I used back then. Unfortunately, I don't. It is something they still make. Like I said, it's like, I'm pretty sure I used the CoverGirl Great Lash. So we'll go in. I've got a drugstore mascara. It's the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. And of course, we used a shit ton of mascara. And then me, being the crazy artistic little soul I was, unfortunately, I was not going to go buy this product because I know it's not safe. I used to use glitter glue for my eye looks, you guys. Glitter glue, like straight, like Crayola glitter glue. Today we're going to use a glitter liner and see if we can't try to recreate. Actually, we're going to use this guy first. So I would take this guy and I would try to draw lines on my face. I guess I can just do this in the mirror because it does not need to be precise and good. I would draw lines coming down from my... I can't even do it with this. From my waterline. This is like the hardest makeup I've ever done. And then I would just attach them to the all together. And I'm pretty sure I have a makeup wearing these red lines, which is why I'm going ahead and adding these in. This pencil is actually kind of hard. It was nice and creamy in my waterline. This is ridiculous. Oh my god. But it's actually pretty damn fun. I feel like I used to try to get more like a squiggly line, but with this pencil, everything is like catching and I don't really want to tug on my face much more than I already am. Oh my god. And I can't use any shadowing or shading or anything. And then we're going to take our glitter and follow along that, as well as possibly create a few more lines. Oh, wow. But I wouldn't do the whole line. I would just trace these lines. Then again, you don't exactly have even this much control with a glitter glue pen, do you? There's so much fallout, you guys, all over my face. Oh my goodness. I was gonna put glitter there in the inner corner, and then I realized I don't think I used to do that. Holy shit. And then I would take my glitter and bring that into this as well. The funny thing is, this actually looks a little better than what I used to do because the product's a little bit easier to work with. Though this one skips a little bit, so that helps. And I would just add stuff until I felt like it was done. That is the craziest part about it. And I would use different color glitters. I'm just going with this because that's kind of the theme I have so far. And then I would add a little dot here and here and in here. And because we're going more traditional, I'm not going to use a liquid lipstick. I'm going to go ahead and go in with a black lipstick. I am going to be smart though. I used to use black eyeliner for my lips. Of course, we know now that there are black lip liners. And yeah, I'm going to use one of those because it's really the same product. It's just formulated for your lips instead. We did not overdraw at all. And I did use this type of product back then, but like I said, I used an eyeliner instead of lip liner. This is about my application then too. And then we would wear just a regular plain black lipstick. We're going to go in with this guy because this guy is probably the safest bet. This is MAC Midnight Media. I did not have MAC then. I had cheap Wet n Wild Halloween makeup. So this is how I did my makeup in high school, or as close as I can get to it currently. But I am going to say goodbye for now because we will be back shortly to do the other side of this face and see what we can do as far as an update on something like this. It's not going to be this, but it is going to be something like this. I love you, beauties. I will see y'all in a few. Mwah.